Another day, another story. Hello, I'm David, and I host the Health, Diet, and Relationships channel. Here are the 7 worst things parents say to their kids and what you can do instead. It's no secret that what adults say to their children profoundly affects their development and outlook adversely. Toxic things parents say to their children might have lasting negative effects on them. For following along, we appreciate it. Meanwhile, all you have to do if you like what you're reading is click the like button and maybe even subscribe. In this video, we'll look at 8 harmful phrases and offer tips for avoiding repeating them when speaking to your children. 1. My body is so fat/ugly/dumb. Saying I'm so fat/ugly/stupid to one's children can devastate their self-esteem and body image. Child abuse can leave a lasting impression on a young person's mind. They are not good enough. A child's self-esteem and sense of security can take a severe hit from a comment like this, leaving them more susceptible to depression and other mental health problems. Not only that, but it places an immense burden on the youngster to maintain a state of constant improvement. Instead, it's up to parents to instill in their kids a sense of self-worth and a healthy appreciation for themselves. The employment of encouraging phrases like "you are strong, gorgeous, and intellectual" by parents can also play a role in boosting their children's confidence. Parents may protect their children from low self-esteem and depression by avoiding saying these 7 toxic things. 2. You're useless, a drag, and a letdown. To make a child feel that they are a disappointment, a burden, or worthless is one of the worst things a parent can do. Here are 7 damaging phrases often used by parents that can devastate their children's feelings of self-worth and confidence. Many children grow up in homes where they do not feel loved or valued, which is a sad reality. It's crucial to remember that the words we choose to communicate with our children have a long-lasting impact on their development and growth. Saying these things to a youngster can have devastating effects on their self-esteem, development, and future relationships. A child learns that they are inadequate and fall short of expectations when subjected to this kind of criticism. The long-term effects of this can be decreased self-esteem, embarrassment, and sadness. Instead of lashing out in anger or frustration and saying hurtful things to their children, parents should offer constructive criticism and encouragement instead. Parents should work on their children's confidence and self-esteem by giving them positive reinforcement. They should also work towards making their home a place of unconditional love and acceptance where their kids can flourish and become successful, fulfilled individuals. I hope you never see the light of day. Saying "I wish you were never born" to your child is one of the cruelest things a parent can do. Beyond the apparent damage from negative reinforcement, this remark can also undermine a child's worth and self-esteem. That makes them feel useless and sends the message that they are a bother or an error in the world. As well as invalidating their emotions, this remark can leave children with a lifelong sense of shame, inadequacy, and melancholy if used by their parents. For kids struggling with low confidence already, this can be devastating. No matter how frustrated a parent is, they should try to refrain from saying this term around their kids. Instead of using negative language, they should look for constructive ways to encourage and support their children. Parents can help their children flourish by showing affection and sympathy, acknowledging and accepting their emotions, and rewarding their accomplishments. By doing so, parents and kids can develop a positive, non-toxic bond. Fourthly, I can't bear to look at you any longer. This is an incredibly poisonous and harmful thing to say to a child. If a parent can't even bear to look at their child, it's a very clear sign that they have nothing but animosity for the kid. A child's self-esteem and view on life can be permanently damaged by words like these, which make them feel unworthy of affection and care. Kids whose parents constantly use this language around them may develop feelings of worthlessness and rejection. It can cause one to experience low mood, self-doubt, and even the desire to hurt oneself. Parents should use extreme caution to avoid saying any of these 7 hazardous things parents say to their children. Instead, they need to work towards making their home a safe and happy place for their kids to develop. Fifthly, because of you, I've decided to take my own life. One of the most poisonous and destructive things a parent may say to their child. It's not just upsetting on a psychological level but potentially fatal as well. This remark is commonly used to manipulate children into feeling guilty and responsible for their parents' suicidal ideation. As a result, the parents believe their love and efforts aren't enough to make their children happy. No one should make a child feel responsible for or blame them for their parents' mental illness. Parents should know that comments like this can leave lasting emotional scars and feelings of shame in their children. Parents who worry that their children might kill themselves should not place blame on the youngsters but instead, seek out effective means of dealing with the problem. All children deserve unconditional love, support, and understanding from their parents. Strengthening their relationship via acts of compassion and empathy is the best method for parents to avoid saying these 7 harmful things to their children. 6. I really wish you get raped, murdered, or kidnapped. Parents may say this is one of the 8 most poisonous things to their kids. Whenever a parent uses language like this, they send a damaging message to their child that they do not hold any value or need protection. They are also teaching their child to be afraid of the possibility of danger. It's not just upsetting to the psyche when this happens, it can also make people wary and distrustful of others. To avoid this, parents should show their children they have unconditional love and protection by telling them they are safe. It doesn't matter what you do, you'll end up the same as me. One of the most poisonous things a parent may say to their child. The parent is essentially saying that they see no sense in their child making any effort to be different or improve their life because they expect their child to end up in the same place they did. Youngsters may internalize this message as an assertion that they are powerless over their own lives, which can lead to feelings of hopelessness and low self-worth. Parents can help prevent this type of behavior by always speaking to their children in a positive and supportive manner. It's critical to instill in them the belief that they have limitless potential and are free to chart their course rather than feeling pressured to mimic their parents' every move. Parents shouldn't tell their children things like "you'll end up just like me," but should instead encourage them and help them realize their potential. If you want to be notified when we upload new videos, please subscribe, like, and activate the bell.